Hey guys, welcome to the Catway. So in this video, we are going to solve a LRDI set. So before I begin, I would like to thank all the people who have joined us. Our Facebook group link is there in the description below. Now let's roll in for the video. So the question says that total 210 singers gave audition for a new project of a well-known musician. Each singer had to sing one type of song among Bhavageet, Bhakti Geet and Lok Geet. Singers were classified in three groups. Group A, age 15 to 30, including both. Group B, age more than 30 years and up to 50 years, and Group C, age more than 50 years. The following facts were known about the audition. Out of the three groups, one group had equal number of singers singing Bhavgeet and Bhakti Geet. One group had equal number of singers singing Bhagavad and Lok Geet, and third group had equal number of singers singing Bhakti Geet and Lok Geet. Further, the three numbers X, Y, Z are in AP, not necessarily in the same order. So in each of the in each of the group, there is one group having Bhavgeet and Bhakti Geet equal, one group having Bhavgeet and Lok Geet equal, and one group having Bhakti Geet and Lok Geet equal. Okay. Okay. Point 2 says that in group A, the number of singers who sang Bhavageet was half the number of singers who sang Lokgeet. In group C, 10 singers sang Bhavageet. This was the least number of singers singing any type of songs in the group. Total number of singers in group A was less than total number of singers in group B, which in turn was less than total number of singers in group C. In group A, the number of singers who sang Bhavageet is less than the number of singers who sang any type of song in group B. Okay. So from this, what you can see is, see, it is given that in group C, 10 singers sang Bhavgeet. Okay, so 10 singers sang Bhavgeet. That, and this is the least number of singers singing any type of song. Okay, so from this we can deduce that in group C, the number of singers singing Bhakti Geet, okay, Bhakti and Lok Geet are equal. Okay, Bhakti Geet and Lok Geet are equal because none of them can be equal to 10. 10 is the least. Acha, if Bhakti Geet and Lok Geet are equal in C, then in A we have been given that Bhavageet is half the number of Lok Geet. That means Bhavageet and Lok Geet cannot be equal in A. Also we know because C has already taken Bhakti Geet and Lok Geet, so Bhakti Geet and Lok Geet cannot be equal in A. So the only possible case for being equal in A is Bhavageet and Bhakti Geet. Okay, Bhakti. Okay, and if we have this, then we can say that in group B it is Bhavageet and Lok Geet which are going to be equal. Okay, so this is done. Acha, from by combining 3, 4 and 5 we can also say that, see, number of singers of Bhavageet and Bhakti Geet in group A, see, let me write it for you, that Bhavageet and Bhakti Geet in A, okay, is less than number of singers singing Bhavageet and Lok Geet in B, which in turn is less than Bhakti Geet and Lok Geet in, sorry guys, in C. Okay, when you combine these three, you will get this information that this is going to be the case. Okay, Acha, now what we can do is we can say that the number of singers of Bhavageet and Bhakti Geet in A is equal to P. We can take them equal to P. They both are equal. We can take both of them is equal to P. Also in B, see, Bhavageet and Lokgeet is there. They are going to be in AP with respect to P, and they are these two, they are, that is Bhakti Geet and Lokgeet, they are also going to be in arithmetic progression with respect to P and this one. Okay, so acha, what we can do is we can take these two as P plus D, and we can take these two as P plus 2D. Okay, because of the information given here. Okay, because of this information we can say that this, because we know that these three are going to form an arithmetic progression. These are the least, so this will be P. These are the second highest, so they will be P plus D. These are the highest, so they will be P plus 2D. Okay, acha. Also what we can do is in B we can take Bhakti Geet is equal to M. Okay, because we do not have any information about that. After we have gathered this information, we will make our table. Acha. So let's come to the table. So this is how our table is going to look like. Okay. So I have told you that Bhavageet and Bhakti Geet in A are going to be equal to P. Acha, we have been given that Bhavageet in A, Bhavageet is half the number of singers who sang Lokgeet. So if Bhavageet is P, then Lokgeet is going to be 2P. Okay. Let's come to B. In B we have taken Bhakti Geet as equal to M and others are equal to P plus D. Okay. Similarly, in C we know that Bhavageet is 10 and others are going to be P plus 2D. Okay. So let's make a table for total. So this is the total which we have. We are sure about that. Okay. So this will be equal to 4P. This will be equal to 2P plus 2D plus M, and this one will be equal to 2P plus 4d plus 10. Okay. Acha, here also let's make it. So it will be 2p plus d plus 10 is what we have. Here it will be 2p plus 2d plus m, and here it will be 4p plus 3d. Okay. So this is what we have as of now. Acha, we also know that A is less than B, B is less than C. Okay, so this is the basic information which we have. Now let's form an equation and let's see what if we can get to anything. So let's write this equation. So it is given that 4p plus 2p plus 2d plus m. Okay, 2p plus 2d plus m plus 2p plus 4d plus 10 is equal to 210. So from this, solving this, we get that 8p plus 6d plus m is equal to 200. Okay, so this is one information that we have. From condition 3 and 5, we know that C is the least. Okay, so that means P is going to be greater than 10, and we also know by including 3 by reading 3 and 5 that this P is going to be less than M. So this is also an important condition which you have to find out from the table, from the given conditions. Okay, after that, by using condition 4, it can be concluded. See, it will be concluded that 4p, because I have already told you that condition 4, according to condition 4, what is going to happen, this is going to be less than b, b is going to be less than c. So what we can say is that 4p is less than 2p plus 2d plus m. Okay, which in turn is less than 2p plus 4d plus 10. Okay, thus what we can say is that 2p, we can subtract 2p from each of them, is less than 2d plus m, which is less than 4d plus 10. Okay, so this is what we have. This will also, which is a thing which we have to satisfy in all of the questions. Okay, so now let's make a space for for solving our questions. So let's move towards a question, because there is nothing else which we can do. So the question 1 says that which of the following could be the numbers of singer who sang Bhakti Geet in group B? So Bhakti Geet in group B, it is talking about M. Acha, from this equation, है ना? From this equation, see, it is given that 8p even number, 6d even number is equal to 200 a even number. That means M also has to be an even number. Okay, so if M has to be an even number, our option B and our option D are gone. Now we are left with option A and option C. So let's check for option A. So if M is equal to 12, if we take M is equal to 12, then what do we have here is, we have that 8p plus 6d is equal to 188. Okay, acha, one more thing is there, that if M is equal to 12, okay, M is equal to 12 and M is greater than P, P is greater than 10, then the only possible value for P is 11. So if P will be 11, it will be 88 plus 60 is equal to 188. So it will be 6d is equal to 100, which will be equal to 16.xx. Now d cannot be a fraction or a decimal number. The reason behind that is that d are also people. People cannot be half, or people cannot be any fraction, whether it is half, 1/4 or anything. People cannot be a fraction. So that means when we take M is equal to 12, we get P is equal to 11, and in that case D does not satisfy as a whole number. So what we can say is that M is equal to 12 is not a possible case. Okay, so let's remove M is equal to 12. That means we are left with only one option, that is option C, and that is 22. Okay, without checking also we can confirm it that this is going to be our correct answer. Okay, so our answer is option C is equal to 22. Okay, so this is a possible value. It's not asking the exact value, it is a possible value. Okay, now let's move towards the second question. The second question says that if 20 singers sang Bhakti Geet in group B, what we have been, sorry guys, what we have been given is that M is equal to 20. Okay, M is equal to 20. Acha, if M is equal to 20, we will solve this equation. What we get is 8p plus 6d is equal to 180. Okay, so this is what we have. Acha, what we have to find out, let's see how many values are possible for total numbers of singers in group A. So in group A, total number of singers are 4p. That means we have to find the value of p. So let's take 2 common from here. So what do we get is 4p plus 3d is equal to 90. Now this is divisible by 3. This is divisible by 3. 4 is not divisible by 3. But this whole term is divisible by 3. To make this whole term divisible by 3, p has to be divisible by 3. Okay, so P is divisible by 3. This is one thing which we are sure. Acha. Now let's see what are the values P can take. See, P has to be greater than 10 and P has to be less than M, and M is equal to 20. So what we can say that there are only three possible values for P, that is P is equal to 12, P is equal to 15 and P is equal to 18. So these are the only three values for which we have to check. Okay, so let's check it for P. Acha, if P is equal to 12, then see, we have the equation. Let me remove. Okay, sorry guys. So what we have is this equation that 4P plus 3D is equal to 90. Okay. Now if this is the condition, we have put P is equal to 12, then we will get D is equal to 14. You can solve it and check it. So if we do that, we get D is equal to 14. Acha, after we have D is equal to 14, we have a few more conditions to be satisfied. This one. Okay, so let's check it. So if P is 12, then 2P will be 24, which has to be less than 2D plus M. Now D is 14, 14 into 2, 28, 28 plus 2 plus 28 plus 20, it will be 48. And here it is 4D, that is 56 plus 10, 66. It is satisfied. That means our condition of P is equal to 12 is correct. Come to P is equal to 13. When P is equal to 13, then what is going to happen is that D will be equal to 10. So now let's check again. Let's check this condition, these conditions. So 2P will be equal to 30, 2D will be equal to 40, and 4D plus 10 will be equal to 50. Condition satisfied. So what we can say is that this condition is also correct. Now take P is equal to 18 and put it in this value, this equation. What do we get is we get D is equal to 6. You can solve it and check it for yourself. D is equal to 6. Now let's again try to satisfy this condition. Let's see if it's satisfied or not. Acha, P is equal to 18, then 2P is 36. Okay, which has to be less than 2D plus M. Now D is 6, so 2D will be 12 and M is 20. So 2D plus M, that is 12 plus 20 is equal to 32. This is not satisfied. 36 is not less than 32. So what we can say is that this case is not a correct case. Okay, so we can remove this. So there are only two possible values of P, and for both the possible values of P, we can get the total number of singers in group A. That is because there are 4P only dependent on P, and only two possible values of P are there if 20 singers are there in Bhakti. So our correct answer will be two ways. Okay, two ways. So this is our correct answer. Okay, so I hope you are getting this. Let's come to the third question now. The third question says if the number of singers who sang, acha, just hold on a second, let me remove all this stuff. Okay, so this is gone. Now let's see what else do we have and what else can we do with the third question. Okay, so the third question says that if the number of singers who sang Bhakti Geet in group B, okay, that is we are saying that Bhakti Geet in group B, that is M, okay, is arithmetic mean, that is it is going to come in the middle portion. Okay, sorry guys, it is going to come in the middle portion. Okay, sorry guys, just a second. Okay, it is going to come in the middle portion. Okay, okay, so there is going to be a number here, here and here. These are the three numbers which we are going to talk about. So it is going to be M. Okay, it is arithmetic mean of those who sang Lok Geet in group A. Lok Geet in group A are going to be 2P. Okay, so it is 2P here. And what do we have here is, and those who sang Bhavgeet in group C. Bhavgeet in group C are going to be 10. Okay, Bhavgeet in group C are going to be 10. So M is the arithmetic mean of them. So if it is arithmetic mean of them, then what we can say is M is equal to 2P plus 10 divided by 2. Or we can say that M is equal to P plus 5. Okay. Now let's substitute this M as P plus 5 in our table. Okay, so let's do it. Sorry guys. So it is P plus 5. When it is P plus 5, what is going to change here is it is going to be 3P, and instead of M here, it is going to be 5. Okay. Similarly, there's going to be one more change, that this one is going to be 3P now. Okay. And this instead of M is going to be 5. Okay. So now let's modify our table, modify our equation also, and let's see what changes do come in the equation. Okay. So when we change our equation, see what changes did we get? We get that this is going to be 3p, and instead of m here, it is going to be 5. Okay. So what do we have here is 4p, 3p, that is 7p, and 2p, that is total of 9p. Okay, plus 2d and 4d, that is 6d, is equal to 195. Okay. Now take 3 common. So we have 3p plus 2d is equal to 65. Okay. Now let's see what we have to find out. We have to find out how many singers sang Bhakti Geet. We have to find out how many singers sang Bhakti Geet. The total number of singers who sang Bhakti Geet is 3p plus 2d plus 5. We know that 3p plus 2d is equal to 65. So we can say that total number of singers who sang Bhakti Geet is 65 plus 5, that is equal to 70. Okay. So our correct answer will be 70 for this question. Okay. So this is it, guys. It was a slightly tougher set. So if you were not able to solve it, do not get disheartened. It was a slightly trickier one also. So I hope now you have understood this. Now you have understood how to go about these sets. Okay. Whenever a data interpretation question is asked, try to form the table. Try to find out what are the basics given to you. Note them down and then solve according to the questions given. Okay. So thanks for watching the video, guys.